I think now you guys are beginning to take us where are they taking us? Where are they taking us? To jail, to what else? Come on, you two. Prison. Huh? Okay, let's pause for a second. What did you want to say? You're not going to say anything, Professor? So, okay, we do something that's wrong. When we get older, may Allah protect us. You see the type of stuff that we have to be protected from? You talk about stealing cars, joining gangs. Come on now. Drugs. I need to detox from this right now. I need some positive deeds here because this is making my iman feel weak. These bad deeds make my man feel weak. I need something that is going to make me feel good about life because you guys are talking to me about joining drugs, stealing cars, stealing pencils, getting in trouble with my parents. Hold on a second. Are you going to be a good influence on me? Are you sure? Okay, hold on 1 second. I'll keep you as a friend in the background. This crowd right here, get me out of these problems. The gang problems, car theft problems. Huh? Okay, come up here. Come up here. Yes. What? Huh? Hey, guys, tone down. Tone down, guys. Huh? They're talking about doing bad deeds, and they're saying that listen, guys, listen. They're saying there's different levels to bad deeds, right? So we started off with a bad deed, what, as stealing a pencil? And then somebody else said what? Stealing a cart. And then somebody else said what? Drugs. Somebody said gangs, right? So, okay, now I need somebody to give me another scenario because bad deeds decrease your iman. They bring you sins. What? Hey, give me something simple. I don't have $15,000 to go to Hajj, Habibi. Okay, that's cool. What else? Wait, that's the same thing as him. Except you're talking sadaqah in the general sense. He's telling you how to do sadaqah in a specific example. I need to brighten my own day up because I'm depressed right at this point. How do I brighten my day up? I need to brighten my own day up. Okay, thinking positive. Huh? Okay, now this is where we were at before. That when we make mistakes, when we do good deeds, when we make mistakes, when we do bad deeds, that can lead us to what? Hold on a second, because you were not here, so we're trying to bring you back to where we were at. No, the answers are not there. Wait, be patient. I'm glad. What are the answers? Did you memorize them? If you memorize them, I'll give you a prize. So what did we say? In life, we have to make decisions. In life, we have to make decisions. Sometimes we do good deeds, sometimes we do bad deeds. We try to stay away from as many bad deeds as we can, and we try to do as many good deeds as we can. And there's big deeds, like for instance, Hajj, or like the brother mentioned, the issue of giving to the poor. Guys, shh. I don't need your help in joining the good and forbidding the evil. I need your help in answering these questions here. So this is what we're talking about. So we're talking about how do we feel when we do bad deeds? How do we feel when we do good deeds? Hold on. I need somebody to think clearly. You remember? You don't remember? Can you guess? Okay, come on. You're excited. I'm excited with you now at this point. You got me excited. And how do you feel when you do bad deeds?
So how you feel when you do good deeds? You're basically like...
Hey, guys, wait a second.
You're basically like proud of yourself. You're happy.
And what do you do bad deeds?
You feel terrible about it, and then you try to hide that one mistake that you did.
Thank you. He summarized where we were at before. MashaAllah, he came in, home run. MashaAllah. So now that's where we're at. If we come, you want to do the, you want to be the takbir, brother? I'm serious. Do you want to be the takbir, brother? Okay, ready. Call us. 1, 2, 3. All right. Hold on one second. Be with me for a minute. Be with me for a minute. Okay, now let's stay. We talked about this, ladies, gentlemen. We talked about this. If we do good deeds, it may help us to feel good. But we're focusing now on if we're doing bad deeds and the cycle of tawbah. He mentioned, what was your name? What was your name? Hamza mentioned that we can feel terrible. What did we say about if we do something that's bad and we begin to feel terrible and we begin to feel guilty? What did we say? Do we stay guilty? Do we stay feeling bad? Hold on. Oh, come on. Explain to these guys that you were listening and paying attention.
Huh?
Listen, pay attention to what he's saying. Listen.
Sometimes you feel depression.
No. Hold on a second, boys. One thing is this. You guys have like texting language. Yes, these are like one-word answers. How can we understand? You explain yourself. You're here to talk about what?
Bad deeds.
The consequence of bad deeds.
Yeah, the consequences.
The effects of bad deeds.
The effects of bad deeds.
Okay, you may feel guilty, you may feel sad, and it may lead you to what?
Depression.
If you don't what?
If you don't forget about the
not forget about it. Help them, professor.
If you don't
we have
forget
to correct this bad deed that we did. Yes.
Do dua.
Dua is part of it. We're talking about tawbah. Help them, professor.
Tawbah.
Yeah, but we're talking now about a major bad deed that we did. Now we begin to feel guilty about it. Does Islam want us to stay there feeling guilty and depressed about what we did? What is Islam trying to get us to do? Tawbah. Why? I can't hear you. Right? It's not that if we do a bad deed, we correct ourselves. We can't stay stuck in it. So we have to know how to correct ourselves. Because we say, if we continuously feel guilty and if we continuously feel sad, it can lead to depression. And should we be depressed about life all the time or about what we did? Or should we somewhat feel good about life? Right? Be a little energetic, feel happy. So if we find ourselves in that bad state, the first thing, I want you to leave with this, and I'm going to let you go. Everybody, we need to be clear on this point. The first thing, yes, what is the cycle of tawbah? The first thing is that if we do something that was a major bad deed, we said that right now we're not going to go into the details of what are major bad deeds or what are small bad deeds, but we just want you to know if you do something that's major, we don't want you to be stuck and depressed and sad and desperate, and then you start having a belief that Allah is never going to help you. What do we say? Then you begin to feel that what? You can't get forgiveness, right? Remember, that's what we were saying. Remember that we said Allah forgives all sins. Remember that principle from the Quran? So the first thing is that if we do a major bad deed, a sin, that we feel bad about what it was that we did. We stop the action itself. Why didn't we just stop the action up here first? Because we want that change to begin from here. What you feel inside, right? You have to pay attention to it because you're Muslim. If you do something bad, yes, you're going to feel guilty about it. You're going to feel sad. You have to listen to yourself. But you can't just be feeling sad and guilty and down and depressed and just stay there. That's not going to benefit you. So there's always hope. The reason why I said this is because some of young people, they think they make mistakes. They think they do sins. They believe they're no longer Muslim. We don't want you to have that opinion. We don't want you to have a wrong opinion about Allah or about Islam. We want you to know, right? No. We want you to know what? That Allah forgives all of the sins. It's natural that we're going to make mistakes. You ready? So the first thing, feel something in your heart for right and wrong. Don't let yourself go to a point where you don't feel anything about right and wrong anymore, where everything is the same, whether you do a bad deed or you do a good deed. Yeah, whatever. Once you do that, then it's not easy for you to know what is good for you and what is harmful to you. Because what? Because what? Nobody's going to answer? If you don't know what's the difference between right and wrong, if you don't feel anything in your heart, if you do something right or if you do something wrong, it's all the same. Is that how the Muslim should be? How should the Muslim be? Tell me. Hold on. Okay, what does that mean? Very balanced. What does this mean? You have a lot of good ideas here, but how do we work this out? Come on. Okay, come over here. Come up here. You don't want to come up, but it's part of disciplining yourself. You can't, everything in life, we just can't do only what we want to do. There's a lot of things that we have to do that we don't want to do that are good for us.
Yeah, what's up? What do I say?
I'm not going to tell you what to say. You were telling us.
I don't know.
You remember?
No, I don't. Yo, what's up?
We were talking about what?
What's up, man?
Don't distract. We were talking about what?
Talking about how the Muslim heart
The balance of the Muslim. That's your word. So how should the Muslim be?
should be like organized and like know.
But in your heart. We need to know what's going on in your heart.
He knows what's right and wrong, and like.
Okay, I'm not at the level of here. I'm at the level of here. Feeling. Be with me. It's okay. We're learning together. So if we have I'm not gonna let you leave. If we're going to be balanced, then we have to be balanced between fear and hope. We have to be balanced that we have to fear, right? That there's a consequence to those negative things, those bad things that we do. But we have to hope that we can change the situation. We have to hope that Allah forgives us. We have to hope that things will get better. That's important. What did we say? We have to be balanced between fearing and hoping. So some things that we do, of course, we're going to fear that there's a consequence. The basic thing that we should fear is we get in trouble at this world, in school, with the cops, with our parents, in the bigger picture with Allah. But you know what? At the end of the day, it's that we should fear about harming ourselves. Because we said the deen of Islam is to show, Islam, to be more clear, is to show us what's beneficial for us and what's harmful so that we can make good decisions. So if we, can you tone down the bottle, twist? So if we do something, our heart should be alive. We should know, our heart should tell us if it's beneficial or it's harmful. Our heart should tell us if we do something bad, that we should feel some remorse. We should feel bad about it, right? And we said that we should stop the action itself or speech. And then we have a sincere what? Intention as our goal not to go back to it again. That's in the case of what? In the case of when we do what? We make a mistake and it's a sin before Allah. We got the rules or no? So what's the rules? How do I know you got the rules? Everybody just may say, yes, we got the rules because we want to go play. Okay, you. Explain. Here. Microphone.
So you have to be honest and not lie. And
Honest with who?
huh?
Honest with who?
With Allah, because if you
Hold on
lie
one
to
second.
anyone,
He says we have to be honest with Baba. But that. You have to be honest with who?
Allah. Because if you don't be honest with everyone else, they'll never.
Does Allah know what's in your heart? Let's bring that to the point.
Yes.
So you have to be honest with yourself first, right? Allah knows everything. You can never hide from Allah, no matter what you do. You can do things in private and secret, no cameras, no parents around, no one is around. And will Allah know or Allah not know? Allah will know. So if you're not honest with yourself, this is a bad deed and this is a good deed, and you lie to yourself, well, I don't know. And I put it on the table. I don't know. Maybe if I go hang out and I do weed or anything else, or I don't pray. You understand what I'm saying? I have to be clear on what a good deed and what a bad deed is. That takes time, right? That takes some time to understand. But some things we already know. But here in our heart, we have to be able to know that there's things that we have to feel guilty for. And that was the point of this discussion. To what extent do we stay feeling guilty for something that we're doing? If we keep making the same mistake over and over again, we keep trying, right? But we don't lose hope. If we do sins, it doesn't mean we're not a Muslim. If we do sins, it doesn't mean that Allah is not going to forgive us, right? We can't lose hope. So the first thing, if we're doing something which is sinful before Allah, we feel bad about it. We stop the action or what it is that we said, and we make the intention, or we make the commitment, or we make the effort to not do it again. Now, we said, what about if you hurt somebody? That was the fourth step. You remember the fourth step?
The fourth step is to try to make better friendship with the one who you maybe hurted.
You're the burgeoning professor. Everyone say Alhamdulillah, mashallah, to our professor that's coming up here. Come on, let's make him happy about himself. Takbir, Allahu Akbar. So then we said something else that was very important. What did we say about the time period that you guys are living? And then we'll close it off so you can go have some different type of fun. What did we say? What did we say about your life in this time period? And it was related to, what did we say? You remember? Okay, come up.
So I wanted to say, I wanted to talk about the steps of returning to Allah. And one of them is that you have to, like, once you do that mistake, you have to feel bad, feel the guilt, and also you have to stop doing it. And also, you have to have the sincere determination to never to repeat the same thing or speech.
Okay, professor. Do you think that little kid understands what sincere determination means? So you have to explain to the little kid what it means? Come on.
Sincere means guilt.
Not to me. I know what it means. Explain to him.
Sincere means guilt. Sincere means guilt.
Sincere means guilt. Who knows? Does sincere mean guilt? Professor, does sincere mean guilt?
He's not even paying attention.
Who's not paying attention? That's fine. But that's what happens when how do you think Bilal feels when you guys don't pay attention? He's paying attention in his own way. He doesn't have to be in class with us. He can play all the time that he wants. That's his name. Sincere. You have to be clear why you're doing it in your heart. You have to be clear why you're doing it. You understand what I'm saying? You have to be honest with yourself. If you're lying to yourself, is that sincere? No. Thank you. Thank you for your addition. MashaAllah. Hold on one second. Are you going to talk to us about this time period that we live in? You remember that part? You remember? No, you were not here. What do you remember? Okay. Where's the microphone for you? You're not going to let her, we haven't heard from her in a long time.
That people have.
Hold on. The little one has not talked in a long time. You're not going to say Salaam Alaikum to us. How are you doing? We miss you. Nothing. Wait. She usually takes a little bit of time before she talks to us. You're going to smile. You're going to say Salaam Alaikum. Okay, we'll come back to you. And you're going to be ready when we come back to you? She's shy today. Okay, come on.
That people have different ages and different, like, they think differently based on how they're living and, like, what age they're at and, like, how they're seeing their society.
Okay, that's a very intellectual answer, but I'm looking for something more specific. I explained to you that you live in the age of technology and the age of TikTok and the age of all of that. What did we say when you start to publicize your sins? What did we say? Allah is all forgiving, but people may not be what?
Forgiving.
Okay, so if you tell people what you're doing that's wrong, if everyone knows that what you're doing is wrong, if you post it on the internet, you make a video about it, your friends laugh about it. What did we say about that? Hey.
Your sin is not only to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, so you're basically publicizing your sins. So it's hard to repent from Allah. And when
Is it harder to repent from Allah?
It's hard to, like, it's easy to repent, but then when you go to the people, it's hard to show them that you're a good person and, like, take that sin away.
So that messes your reputation up, right? Didn't we say if you put we said you're in the age where look at how old you are. How old are you? Huh? 11. How old are you? Huh? How old are you? 8 years old. Come up here so everyone can see you. Come on, hurry up. They want to go play. I want to go home. Come here, come on. Come on, stand up. Stand up. Come on, stand up. Stand up. Yeah. Express yourself. Come on. Have confidence. Say Assalamu alaikum.
Assalamu alaikum.
What's your name?
A web.
I didn't hear it. Nobody heard it.
A web.
Okay. So how old are you?
8.
He's 8 years old. You see? How old is he? So imagine this dude is 8 years old. Imagine he has his own phone. He puts a TikTok up every day of his life. So he'll have like 20 years online, a 20 years personality. Now, what will the people say if in the 20 years he didn't show that he was the best person that he could be, that he showed that he was the smartest person he could be, the best person he could be with good deeds? What about if he shows 20 years online of all kind of crazy things? What's his identity going to be to the people? Huh? Famous? Oh my God, famous and boring. So we're talking about being famous. We're talking about he's going to be famous. That's the problem. If he's famous, he's going to have a whole bunch of followers and they're going to say, there comes Muhammad. Huh? So no. You're taking us in the wrong direction. We have to be clear what direction that we're going in. Come on, guys. Come on, separate. So what is going to be our reputation? Remember that we said that Allah forgives is easy, but when we start hurting each other and hurting other people, we said people don't hardly forgive, right? And we said that when you try to change, if you did something that people know that you did, what do they remember? Do they remember your good deeds or they remember your bad deeds? Which one? Bad deeds. So why should you publicize your bad deeds so that people only think about you according to what you did as far as your bad deeds? Brothers, younger brothers, pay attention. Hey, crew. It's fine. I know you want to go hang out. But if you decide to do some stuff that's considered bad and you publicize it, now when you're older, I'm talking to all of you because you guys, mashallah, you were having a very awesome conversation that you should share with us your knowledge. No, we're talking about something related to this? Okay, if it's not related, then but you remember where you were at in that conversation? Can you pick it up later on? Okay, so right now, pay attention. Pay attention. So if you decide to publicize that you did some bad stuff, whatever degree it is of badness, 15 years later, you did a video about it, or the community knows about it. 15 years later, you go to Dr. Mustafa and you want to marry his daughter. Hold on. With real scenario. What is Dr. Mustafa going to do? Oh, hey, hold on. We have a problem here. He did something. He has a reputation. He wants to marry Dr. Mustafa's daughter. What is Dr. Mustafa going to do? First of all, he says he wants to marry your daughter, Dr. Mustafa. Wait a second. Wait, hold on. You guys are the spectators. Wait a second. You can add to the show in a few minutes. Hold on. He's going to what? Hold on a second. Dr. Mustafa, educate these young people about how it is that we adults operate with them.
Sorry, my voice. I'm going to research your reputation, obviously. I'm going to ask around. And what was your name?
Hold on a second, Dr. Mustafa, come on.
Sorry. Who was the kid we were talking about? Who wants to marry my daughter? Inta, what's your name? Faris? Faris what? Huh? From where? What town are you from? What town are you from? You live in North Bergen? Where do you live? Oh, Parsippany, okay. So I'm gonna find out exactly.
The Facebook account, TikTok account.
Yeah.
He was on YouTube. We saw him. I heard him, my cousin told me that this guy was on Bergen Line.
Oh. Yeah, what you post online obviously is something I'm gonna look into, right? So I'm gonna check out your page. I'm gonna ask your friends. I'm gonna ask your family about you. And if you have a negative reputation, you're not gonna marry my daughter, right? Do I care how many followers you have? Is that gonna impress me? Is that gonna impress me? And no. So what if you're a drug dealer making that same amount of money? Would I care? So if you're making your money in a halal way, this is the family you would want to marry into, right? If you're gonna marry a woman, you're gonna hope that her family judges you based on what kind of a character you are, what kind of a person you are, not by how much money you make. But if you happen to make good amount of money, the important thing is where it comes from, that it's in a good way. What? So social media has very good things, right? Like I go online and I watch lectures. Let's say Hamza Yusuf, right? I was just talking about this. He has plenty of followers, right? But who else is on social media who maybe does not do halal things?
Hold on a second. Let me help you here. Hold on a second. Let me help you here. Are we talking about the badness of social media? Come on, let's not change the comment. Let's be on topic. What are we talking about? We're talking about our reputation, what we put on social media. We're not talking about followers and making 100,000 a year. MashaAllah, that's possible. We're talking about what you put on social media of your bad deeds, and we're talking about the difference between Allah forgiving you and whether the people forgive you.
So I'll say one thing about social media. What's one of the problems with it is that the more crazy the thing you post, the more maybe haram the thing you post, sometimes that attracts the most attention, right? It gets you more followers. Huh? It makes you more popular. So people intentionally do that sometimes, right? To attract more followers. But as Muslimin, do we care about if people are following us for the wrong things? You do? Yeah, why? No, he didn't mean to be rude. Yeah, but that temptation is hard, right? Like if you want to be popular online and you want to have many followers, isn't it tempting and nice and easy for you to put something crazy on there so that more people follow you? Why don't you care about that? What are the things you need to do in order to not care about those types of things? Yeah. So I mean, that's why you guys are here, right? That's why you come here every week so that we can talk about these types of things. The first thing on here is when you do something wrong, you have to feel remorse, right? You have to feel bad about it. You know what happens when you keep doing the wrong thing? It starts to become easy. You start to not feel bad about it, right? So that's what the Sheikh was trying to get to, is that the very first step is to feel bad about what you do. If you do something wrong and you actually have no emotion about it, you feel completely normal and it's totally fine, then that's a big problem. It means you're already too many steps beyond, or it's going to be more difficult for you to fix yourself. So the first step before you can ask for forgiveness is you have to actually feel bad that you did this thing, that you wronged someone. If you stole a car, a lot of people do that all the time. They're making money. They're living there. They need to feed their family. In their minds, they don't feel guilty. But, the Muslim feels guilty when he does things wrong, when he harms people. So that's why that's the step one, right? I don't want to belabor this, but the final thing we mentioned was the social media part. So your reputation. So the Shaykh was trying to say that if, no matter what you do, no matter how bad it is, Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will always forgive you if you feel bad about it, if you make the intention not to do these things again, and if you're asking sincerely, for forgiveness, God will forgive you. But sometimes you've messed up yourself because the world won't forgive you. The world will always have that impression of you that you're the guy who did that. No matter what you do, you're the guy who did that. So you have to be extra careful with what you're putting online. Right? That's the whole point. Yeah, and they can watch it 1,000,000 times over again, right? Nowadays. All right. Oh, sorry.
We can't hear you.
I heard somewhere that when you please Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, like if you please him by repenting to him, that usually pleases the people. So if you repent to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala for something really bad that you did, and you posted it on Instagram or TikTok or somewhere, and after that you took some time to realize that it was bad and you repented, and Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala forgive you, would the people soon forgive you? Or
It's hard for me to answer that, to be honest.
That is talking. If Allah loves us, then Allah tabaraka wa ta'ala will cause our name to be mentioned, and the people will love us in the right way. If Allah loves us, right? But what we're saying here is that we have to be clear with our reputation is important. Because in this time here, people don't care about that. So they don't care that people know them for doing the wrong. And especially the young brothers, you have to be careful. You can't be recording something that you're doing that is a real problem. You can even maybe go to jail with that type of stuff, right? I'm not saying that you guys are doing that, but that happens with our youth in general in this society. But that's what we're talking about, right? Whether Allah will forgive us, inshallah, if we take the right steps. but the people may not forgive us. So how do we protect ourselves, right, from being in a situation where the people give us a bad reputation or where they remind us of what wrong that we did? How? Islamically, we don't confess what we did wrong to the people, right? We're talking about basic things. We're not talking about criminal activity and all that type of stuff. We're not getting there. But it's between us and Allah. Why is it important for us to keep our sins between us and Allah, and we control them and we don't make that stuff public? There's a big difference between doing something wrong in public and doing it in private. Why do we do that?
Allah knows the truth on it.
Hey,
Allah knows the truth of the doctrine.
okay, how does that benefit you? How does it benefit you to do, if you do a sin, if you fall into a sin, okay, not that I'm teaching you how to sin, but I'm teaching you how do you break away from what's worse to what's less worse, so to speak, right? It's better, if you're going to do a sin, make sure that you do it in private. Don't do it in public. And then control yourself. You see what I'm saying? If you find yourself you're constantly doing it over and over again, you have to be honest with yourself. I'm doing this over and over again. You can't lie to yourself. Like I said, Allah knows everything. So the issue more is us being truthful with ourselves. You get what I mean?
Yes.
Are we clear on that?
Yeah.
All right. So you want to end it up? Yeah, end it up. End it up.
I don't know.
Yeah, what's this? Hey, you want to work with them? Ask them questions about what they understood.
Oh. Oh, okay. No. No. All right.
The usual format is one thing that they understood and you kind of can go on. You don't have to do everybody because you still didn't know.
Okay. All right, guys. So we're just gonna summarize what we just did. All right, and so, guys, let's have a. Can I have your attention for a couple more minutes? All right, then we're gonna go play some ball, and I'll dominate some of you again. All right. So you were the one who wanted to summarize Tawbah, right? Tell me. So we summarized Tawbah. Nah.
Can I summarize what he just said right now?
Yeah.
So he was talking about the beneficial and the negative sides of posting on social media. So, and he said that you have to, if you're gonna do something, if you're gonna do like something bad, like a bad action, you have to do it in private. Make sure you're not doing it in public, because if you do it in public, people will not forget about it.
What are you raising your hand for? You want to speak? What do you want to say? Come here. It doesn't reach. All right, come here.
I learned that, so.
A little closer.
Wait, I forgot. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Wait.
Just what you learned.
It was in the beginning. I forgot what I learned. Oh, yeah. Wait. Oh, yeah. I learned how to, if, it's not my problem.
Don't worry about it. Go, speak.
Okay.
Here, I'll hold the mic for you, okay? Speak.
Okay, I learned that like if I like there's like different levels of being bad and how you can like control your anger and stop being bad. Like I know like for example, if you do something bad, you can make dua or make a donation. Yeah.
To correct it.
Yeah, to correct it.
Okay. But what was one of the more important things about how you should feel if you do something bad?
You should feel guilty.
You should feel guilty about it, right?
Yeah.
Try to hide it.
No. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. You should tell people like it depends, like the people who were like around you, like your mom, your dad, and Allah.
Okay. And then the beauty of Islam is that we feel guilty about doing wrong, but we don't fall into depression, guys. We feel guilty about doing things wrong. However, we don't fall into depression. Why? Because we believe that we can ask God for forgiveness and He will forgive you. And these are the steps you take to correct yourself, right? To make yourself better. Okay. All right, I'm going to Yeah, we're done now. So we'll close.
I want you to, hold on a second. Hold on. I wanted you to talk 2 seconds about this concept of good deeds or productive deeds or what's beneficial. You were talking about using social media productively, right? I want you to talk about 1 minute to that because sometimes we're not always thinking that way.
I'm sorry, Sheikh. I don't believe anyone should use social media.
He just talked about us becoming rich
I-
on social media. I thought you had this secret
I was just joking. Social media is a massive waste of time. There are benefits on social media, but you're gonna end up wasting more time. What you should do is you should try and have ihsan, which means be excellent. Learn skills, learn the deen, be excellent at it. Be excellent at the memorization of Quran, the recitation of Quran. Be excellent at these skills. And then when you are excellent, if you do want to start a social media channel or social media presence,
How should we do it?
then you're gonna have something of benefit. Then you're gonna have something of benefit to give people. But if you just go on social media and make stupid jokes and whatever, you don't have any skills, you haven't developed anything that will benefit anyone, then it's just a huge waste of time.
Bro, I want to get rich. You were talking to us about getting rich.
Well, there's no getting rich fast. You can get rich slow by learning real skills and sharing that with other people.
There you go. Okay, guys. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullah.